Yes then YouTube, we are back with another video on the Wolf of an Aston Villa podcast, brought to you by myself, Connor Wolf. Please drop this video a like, drop a comment down below, I do reply to every single comment, and hit that subscribe button to my channel. That would mean the world to me. Also, we are proudly sponsored by Luke Roper. Please go and check out Luke Roper's website, luke1977.com. Link is down in the description below. Use the code WOLF20 for 20% off your whole order. So today, I have a little bit of news that broke the other day, but then today it's actually pretty much been confirmed, and I'm going to show you straight away what I'm talking about. Burnley and Aston Villa are close to a £12 million deal for Aaron Ramsey with a buyback clause agreed. Burnley are happy to pay the fee. The only hurdle is Ramsey agreeing terms with Villa if he returns to them in the buyback scenario. Now, this is very interesting because I did not think Aaron Ramsey was going to be one of the players that we do sell this summer at all. I thought that because of the Europa Conference League, depending on how we did during pre-season, I had a feeling that we might have kept Aaron Ramsey around for the homegrown quota in the Europa Conference League. But I think what happens when a club comes in and starts offering you a good amount of money, and you got to remember with FFP and academy players, they are classed as pure profit in brackets. So because we didn't pay a fee for Aaron Ramsey, that 12 to 15 million pounds that we will get from Burnley is then just straight profit. Rather than we brought Leon Bailey for 27 million quid, the longer the contract goes on, basically there's a whole scenario, but say we buy Leon Bailey for 27 million quid. Next summer, the next year we then sell him for 38 million quid. We would actually only be classed as making a 10 million pound profit rather than making a 38 million pound sale, which we do, but in terms of like the profit with FFP and stuff like that. So academy players are worth their absolute weight in gold in terms of FFP. And when clubs like us, Aston Villa, we are very rich and wealthy billionaire owners, they want to spend, and we do spend. Although in the last couple of years we haven't spent anywhere near as much as I thought we would. I think the owners last summer probably pulled the plug a little bit under Gerrard because they had a feeling that it weren't going to work. So they kind of thought, well, I don't want to actually give Steven Gerrard all of that money. So we are in a very, very healthy spot with FFP. But these academy players are worth their weight in gold. Now, I'll show you Aaron Ramsey's stats. These are his stats in the Championship last season. So he did play 29 appearances, 21 starts. He played for Norwich and Middlesbrough, am I right in believing? I know he played for Middlesbrough in the second half of the season. And it was Norwich at the first part of the season. It was 8 goals and 12 assists in 21 starts from a midfielder. That is very good going for like a number 10 midfielder. I like them stats. And a lot of the talk through the Villa Academy was that Aaron Ramsey has actually always been better than obviously Jacob Ramsey, who is one of our better players now. They are very different though in the way they play. I find Jacob Ramsey to be more like a physical specimen. You know, he's very quick. He's really, really, really powerful and strong when he runs with the ball. I've always thought from watching Aaron Ramsey coming through the youth and then watching him on loan at Middlesbrough quite a bit in the second half of last season that he is actually not a lot better, but I do think he is a better technical player than Jacob Ramsey. So they are different in the way that they play. And I just wonder, I think Aaron Ramsey is very similar to like the Buendia. I'm not saying he's on that level because obviously he's not, but I think Aaron Ramsey is like very similar to a Buendia, a Coutinho type of player that we've got, even a John McGinn in that. Maybe not John McGinn, but you know what I'm saying, like a Buendia, a Coutinho. And I don't think Aaron Ramsey would have actually played for us this season. The more that pre-season has now gone on and with what's happening and all that, I don't actually think he would have played for as much this season at all. So I think to get the 12 to 15 million quid for Aaron Ramsey, I think is a very good move. I think we will spend, I don't know anything, YouTube, in terms of like in the know or anything. I'm not like that at all. I just want to say, watch this space for Brennan Johnson. Like, Nottingham Forest are blasting the money around, and there's a lot of articles going around in the last couple of days that they need to sell. FFP is really catching up on Nottingham Forest. So don't be surprised if in the next couple of days, or especially as the window draws to its conclusion at the end of August, don't be surprised if you maybe see like a Brennan Johnson type player coming to Villa for late 30s, early 40 million, I reckon. Like 35 to 45 million, I think we'd spend on Brennan Johnson. I like him, I really do actually. But Aaron Ramsey, Burnley fans, I think you are getting a terrific player. You're getting a player that's got a very high ceiling, is one thing I would say. I don't know how good Ramsey is at the moment, but 12 goals 12 goals and assists in 21 championship starts last season. That is very good going for a 19, 20-year-old. That is really good going. They are good stats. So I think you're getting a terrific player. I think it makes sense for all parties because, like I said in the start of the video, our owners want to spend a lot of money, and you can only spend so much without having to sell players, and that is just the way it goes. And obviously FFP, academy players with FFP are worth their weight in gold. It's why, as much as I like Cameron Archer, I'm telling you right now, I think if we get a £30 million bid for Cameron Archer off any club, I think the club would accept it. I think they'd go, yep, we will take that all day long, because that 30 million in FFP last season, selling Chukwuemeka to Chelsea for 20 million, that does wonders for FFP. There's a lot of rumours going around that we will probably spend upwards of 150, 200 million this summer. We've only spent 80 so far. Well, 72 actually. We've only spent 72 million so far on Tielemans, Torres and Diaby. I love them 3 signings because I think all 3 of them signings are pretty much starters. Diaby and Torres definitely, and the way Tielemans has been playing in pre-season, he has been unbelievable. So I think Burnley fans, you are getting a very good player. He just won't get the chance this season at Villa, and it probably makes sense. It's kind of like with Cameron Archer. Cameron Archer's had 2 amazing loan spells in the Championship now. What good does it do Villa, obviously the club I support, what good does it do now loaning him back to the Championship? It does 0 good. And I think the club think like that with Aaron Ramsey now this summer. They're like, he's done really well in the Championship last season, so why would we send him back to the Championship this season? It just makes no logical sense. I think in an ideal world, Villa would have loved to have loaned Cameron Archer and Aaron Ramsey out to like a Burnley or like a Luton, a Sheffield United, to get them Premier League experience. But I think clubs like Burnley are doing it smart. They're going, nah, we won't take this player on loan, but we'll buy him for 12 to 20 million quid, not too much, but you can have a buyback clause. And obviously the buyback tongue twister that. The buyback clause is interesting because I think it's a bit of it's like a catch-22, because obviously if Villa do want to use the buyback clause for Aaron Ramsey, A, that means Aaron Ramsey's done really well at Burnley, and then B, it means that Burnley are probably still in the Premier League, so Burnley won't mind. Say the buyback clause is 25, 30 million. Burnley will go, yeah, you can have him. You can have him for that. He's given us 200 million a year for keeping us up pretty much. So I think Burnley are doing it really smartly with the way they're doing it, with like a little, like they're just throwing a little, I don't know what the word is, throwing a little bait in there. Go, oh, here's 12 to 15 million quid for Aaron Ramsey, you know, we'll take that. And Villa are like, yeah, you know what, we will, but we want a buyback clause. And Burnley are like, yeah, that's fine, and they get the player. So fair play to Burnley. They've done really, really, really well. I think this is a terrific, smart signing for Burnley. I think in a couple of years' time, Aaron Ramsey will be a certified Premier League footballer. He'll be good. He'll get goals and assists, and he'll be good on the eye. He's a very good technical player, Aaron Ramsey. Very good. I really like him. A shame to see him go, but I understand it from the club's perspective. You know, like, if we want to spend the money on these good players, you do have to sell sometimes. You do have to sell the younger players because of FFP and pure profit. But let me know in the comment section down below, Villa fans and Burnley fans, are you happy with the signing? Drop a like on this video, that would mean the world to me. Drop a comment down below and hit that subscribe button to the channel. Thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out, one love, up the Villa.